Bismillah. Just start with this ayat number 22, and then we'll expound from there. So that way I'm not always just reading. And then my reading is just because it's the Quran. Inshallah, I can read, very well, but it's just that it is Quran and it's like the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my Lord. I take my time, and so it's probably kind of painful for you if you sit and listen. Any case, number 22 says, do not associate another deity with Allah, lest you sit reproved and forsaken. Do not associate another deity, another God, with your Lord who created you. Lest you sit down reproved. It means that you may look as though you're doing okay in this world. You sit down here for a specific time and a specific purpose. The specific purpose is to find your Lord. Now, those who are born from progenies that come all the way back from the Prophet, peace be upon him, 1400 years ago, they still have together that right there, that knowledge. So they can go forth, and then they can go forth and doing bad and doing, because even a man who's doing, some wrong, one day he's going to get out of hellfire just on La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, the one who submits his will to God, even though he's doing wrong, and he probably goes home and repents and everything else like that. But that generations of those 3/4 of the world goes back to the Prophet, peace be upon him, that a messenger came to them, they accepted it, and they kept it. Now, most of us, as was said by One Nation, that this African-American black man like me and you and woman, our natural language was Arabic before we were kidnapped and taken and brought here. And some of us were already here. And then so you still have the people who are commanding you to do as they say. Is it right? Because democracy is supposed to be something like all men are created equal. Is that the truth? If it is, then did you see that before? You didn't see that. You had to stand out and parade yourselves and struggle and even still today. And then when you look back, so it is said that our natural language was Arabic. That means that this Quran and because many, if you look through searches, you can find a person named Omar, a person named this, a person named this. Like our great uncles and grand fathers or so. They knew the Quran, they knew Arabic when they were kidnapped and brought here. And when the people find out, they want to either get him back or get him away from the rest of the Candyland, right? Candyland came to mind. So in any case, get him away from, because then he will infect the rest, because the knowledge of the Quran, well before, this atrocities happened and we still in it. Because we keep losing generation after generation like this. We keep losing them. And we kind of go into ignorance was ever fed to us, But if you get guidance, you don't go for everything. You like a tree with roots. I think I made something like that, a tape of the tree with roots. And it has a strong foundation. Its roots being the Quran, the last and final prophet. Men and women that were among the Prophet, peace be upon him. And we have those sayings and foundations. People are using that for the last 1400 years up until now, till the day. You see a Muslim, he's still using it to the day. With us, when the wind blows, we go, and we have early retirements down to the ground, to the grave. Those who's watching, most of you, we came up together, so you know. And then you look back at how it happened. I know how it happened. I was there, so maybe you just like, oh, maybe this. No. Stuff was poured in our impediments. A leader is to remove the impediments out of the way, not to place them in the harm's way, so that the society can stand up and be strong. This is what leaders are supposed to do, not place impediments in the way. So we have a life of that. So this ayat was, do not associate a deity with Allah, lest you sit reproved, forsaken. We try not to, and we try to come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. SubhanAllah wa bihamdihi, SubhanAllah.